Bird lived at the top of the tree in a little hole. Bird lived at the top of the tree in a little hole. Bunny lived at the bottom of the tree in a big hole. Bunny would peek his head out a lot and peer up at Bird. Bunny wanted to be friends. And when Bird sang, Bunny always came out to listen. And Bunny would yell up to Bird, "Will you be?" And Bunny would say to Bird,
"Will you be my friend?"
And Bird felt too shy to answer. And she would pop back into her little hole. One night, a big storm came. This is when the audience used to make the storm sound. And the wind blew hard. And the rain fell all around. Did you make little taps with your feet, rain? And Bird hid in her little hole. Bunny hid in her big hole. The rain blew into Bird's home. She was getting wet. She started to feel very, very cold. Bird did not know where to go to get out of the storm. She started to cry. Bunny peeked her head out into the rain. She heard Bird crying. She knew Bird must be getting wet, and she called to Bird and said,
"Will you be my friend?"
"Please come," and she asked her to please come down, because her hole was warm and dry. She flew down. She took a chance, and she went in to Rabbit's little hole in the tree. And Bird said, "My home is all."
My home is all wet.
And Bunny said, "Well, you can stay here tonight where it is."
Nice and warm.
So they got cozy and they stayed dry. Bird felt better now. They slept, and when they woke up in the morning, the sun was out. So Bird came out, and she flew up to go check on her nest. And when Bird got to the top of the tree, she saw it was wet and soggy and felt very sad. She flew back down to Bunny and said,
My home is...
"Yep, go ahead." And Bird said, "My home is..."
My home is all wet.
And Bunny said, "I'm a friend."
I'm a friend.
And so Bunny got an idea and went looking for her other two friends. She went over to Chipmunk and Squirrel and said,
Will you help me? Yes.
so they gathered up things. Bunny gathered up lots of things. Squirrel and Chipmunk brought things to the nest. And Bird stayed up at the top and made it all nice and neat. And they cooperated and worked together. And as Chipmunk and Squirrel brought everything to Bird, Bird made everything nice and neat. Chipmunk and Squirrel were in charge of bringing everything to the top of the nest, and Rabbit looked all around and found fern leaves and dandelion fluff and cattail puff by the pond, and they all brought it back, and Bird made made her nest nice and neat with the help of chipmunk, squirrel, and bunny. After the nest was all nice and neat, Bird tried out her new nest. She looked down and she felt warm and happy as she looked at her new friends. She didn't feel shy anymore. And she said to Bird said to all the animals,
Thank you.
She never knew she could have so many. So then Bird flew down to sing a special song of thanks to her friends. And they sat and they listened to Bird sing a beautiful song. You could hear all the other birds in the background singing along. And they all right, stand up. Stand up. Let's take a bow. Ready?